So just following on, muscle thrives in a nutrient-dense environment, and touching base on having structures, meal structures means that you can spread your protein evenly throughout the day. Michelle, do you want to talk a little bit about structure?
So something that, I work with mostly 40-year-old and older athletes, and of course there's lots of challenges to that particular demographic. And one thing that I have seen across the board work really well, I have a lot of women on builds right now, all shapes and sizes and ages, one even in her 50s. And they all have done fantastically well adhering to a 6-meal. We actually use 7 meals because we have an intro workout as well. That's something that I picked up from John Meadows, and Shelby, my own coach, has me doing that. Something that Jay and I did a long time ago, but we let go. And so now it's coming back in, and so making sure that we're dosing the body, making sure we're really saturating the body with that milieu of carbs, protein, and fat that are essential to promote growth. So essentially 24 hours around the clock, we're trying to maintain this really anabolic state from a nutritional standpoint. So that's been really key. And I, as a coach, I give out macros per meal, not for the day. I do not want my athletes in a hypocaloric state, not eating for long periods of time and then overfeeding in a short period of time. I do not feel for the older female athlete that's the way to go. I think that's unless you want to pack on a lot of body fat. I think really dosing it out every 3 hours is definitely the way to go. And I've got a ton of girls that are eating over 20 calories per pound. They're staying quite lean. Their belly calipers are all below 10 millimeters. They see that means that you can see your ab wall, and they're getting stronger in the gym, and they're able to stay on top of their food. And these are girls that are eating like 2,600 to, I've got one girl eating 3,900 calories a day. Melissa, and it's working. So just really dosing the body regularly.
Yeah, and I can add that it's the same for the guys too. Like that. Like sometimes the mentality of keep 2 meals at the end of the night, pack on your calories. No.
Or going to the buffet.
You're going to the buffet, it's gonna go into your body fat.
So you're not just trying to gain weight.
Exactly. That's the goal.
You're not just eating a whack of food. You're using the same, like Hattie mentioned, you use the same principles for contest prep. You've got your meal plan. You eat every 3 or 4 hours or whatever it is. You do the same thing, but now it's in reverse, right? So we still structure the day, we still plan out the meals. And of course, because you've got more macros, there's a lot more flexibility in your ingredient selection, but you're still following a plan. You're really trying to, cause an adaptation in the body towards muscle growth.
Yes.
And it's a day in, day out, hour after hour process, which is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing that you can take advantage of the clock, 24 hours to try to get closer to your goal.
I'm gonna, just to share an experience, I guess a lesson that I learned, and in the past I've had some bad eating habits. I think maybe at some point most of us will. But the one thing that I changed and I saw the greatest result actually was meal timing, structuring my food better, eating before I'm training. I used to train fasted or have something really small before training, and I train hard. But actually, every time I go back to the structure of eating a really good calorie-dense meal pre and post-training, I end up being able to eat more food, even when I'm dining. I end up dropping weight or getting a really great body recon, even with being here and increasing my calories, making sure I've been really smart with my training window calories, putting higher calorie meals where I'm most active, has seen the best results. I read things like, it doesn't really matter how you structure your meals when you're in a building phase, you've got enough available energy. I'm like, no, you're trying to minimize. It totally does. And that comes from experience with myself, with clients, speaking with these guys. Like, you have to be smart about it. Like, what we're trying to do, or what you don't want to do, is be putting body fat on with low calories. You're trying to maximize, you're trying to increase your calorie intake. Caloric ceiling high, get your metabolism nice and healthy. And we're just about to talk about collecting data, not just physically, but in the gym.
As well. Yeah.
Great point. Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, Jim?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're in the gym, you want to make sure to find a way, a progressive overload way to become stronger in the gym, more endurance with a certain lift, etc. So that from week to week you're putting a stressor on the body, from workout to workout, a stressor on the body that the body has a need to adapt to, and in this case is signaling a little bit more growth. So let's say you do a bicep curl, sets of 10, 80 pounds, dumbbell each hand, you're rocking it.
And this has been a big change for you, because you only recently started to write your own programs into your coach and start keeping tabs, right? You used to go to the gym and go by how you felt.
Yeah, I would go with how I felt, and there's a lot of, I guess, great coaches and stuff like that that are like, yeah, you need to go by how you feel, but for me, what I realized is that if I would go only by how I feel, I would never kind of push myself to those barriers.
It's so hard. It's so hard to stay on top of your numbers. I mean,
So,
it's so many exercises you're doing.
Yeah, and so okay, last week I did 10 reps on the bench, 260 pounds. Then the next week, what can I do to improve that? Is it 260, 11 reps? Is it 260, 2.5 using fractionals for 10 reps? A way, something to bring a little spark, a little stress is different, so that you force your body to grow, to recover more, to grow more, to use more of that raw material that you're getting from the food. And in the past, not only was I meal timing wrong, but also I would go in the gym, keep the same weight like for maybe 3 or 4 months, and I was like, I don't understand why I'm not growing. Even though I would have had like the proper amount of nutrients, because there was not a necessary stressor to keep on progressing, the body will be like, well, there's more food, cool, but I don't need it. So I'm gonna store it as body fat.
Yeah, so now your training is much more
Structured.
and that can happen with coaches. I mean, we can tell people to do something and then not do it ourselves. And again, this is a huge stone that you just flipped over. So I'm excited.
I'm excited,
to see
AJ.
changes that you're going to see.
And I'm seeing it week to week, workout to workout. There's some lifts that I would get stuck, and I thought physiologically I was stuck, but it was psychologically. Writing it down, I was like, wait a second, I was able to do that way.
Definitely, guys, you got to keep a great logbook. So when you go to that building season, you go into that building season with purpose.
Yes.
Like, you've only got time flies, and you've only got so much time to try to create a miracle. One thing that I like to throw to people is, listen, it takes 9 months to grow a 9-pound baby. A mess is like little fetus floating around in amniotic fluid, not doing anything, just growing, saturated in hormones. 9 months to build 9 pounds of tissue. So for us as human beings, as adults, it's really that around the clock mentality. What stone can I flip over here to try to make some progress? And for sure that logbook is key. And remember, you can cause to grow muscle. You don't just have to add weight to the bar, right? It's important that you have enough mechanical tension to drive hypertrophy. So you do have to live with great intensity. But you can also get stronger by slowing down the eccentric phase, by doing isometric holds, by shortening rest time, by doing like a final AMRAP or a strip set, exercise efficiency, better range of motion, better form. There's lots and lots of ways to get better, but you have to stay on top of that week to week. You got to go in there every day. And how am I going to get better today? And actually, Hattie really triggered that with me when the first year that you came here. Her just excitement in the gym is phenomenal. Her intensity is phenomenal, and she's like, guys, I just beat my last interval time, and I'm like, wow, I just try to survive my interval. She tries to beat her previous times, and that was a big change for me. Like, how can I make even my hip work?
How can you win?
Yeah. What way can I win somehow in this training session? So that I really got to thank you for that. That really helped me a lot.
Yeah, and I feel it makes it like really exciting. It makes it really fun. And one thing for sure, if you're squatting heavier weights for the same amount of reps over time, you're building muscle tissue. It's not just you're more efficient doing your lifting, but you're building more muscle tissue. When you're beating when you're beating that interval time, each time, like Michelle mentioned about Hattie, Well, you're asking your body a bit more calories, like a bit more glycogen. Why? Because the body is like, oh shit, she's beating her last time. She needs more fuel. Next time we'll be ready. Okay, Hattie, you're gonna be a little more hungry. First thing you know, damn, I'm hungry, I need to eat a little bit more.
And this is huge because, in a contest prep, really the big driver for fat loss is going to be your caloric deficit.
Yes.
So it's really going to be diet and then cardio. Right? Your training is just, you're not trying to grow.
You're trying to retain.
You're just trying to
You're just trying to hold on to those bad boys. This is why you've got to build. You've got to go through that process.
And so when we go into the building, now things change. Now the diet is still essential in terms that, like Hattie said, it provides the material, right? The substrate, the raw material. Just like you're building a house, it's the bricks, it's the mortar, it's that. But the training is like the blueprint. The training is what's going to help drive, and that's why exercise selection, progressive overload, those are key because you're trying to create a sculpture here, right? That is the blueprint that drives how you're going to grow, how that substrate, how that raw material is going to get plastered onto your body. So really a well-structured plan, having that progressive overload, having a passion high. And then the other thing that I was hoping you mentioned is Jay loves to flex. Yeah.
All the time.
I really, in being with Jay for the last 10 years, I learned to embrace that. Like, we're flexing.
Yeah.
We are. Look at this muscle. He just took a video of my leg extension. I'm really trying to grow my.
You should see the highlights.
BL like Hattie.
It makes it exciting.
It makes it exciting. You're like a kid, and you're also, you do the work and you flex. And is it working? And you have to. If it's not working, you need to change the exercise. Some people are going to grow their legs by doing squats.
Yeah.
And other people, they're just going to fatigue their backs and they're not really going to significantly change the
Works for you.
Yeah, and so flexing and all of that, taking photos and videos of your physique throughout the building season is going to help you with your exercise selection, your intensity, the volume that you're hitting with certain body parts, especially if you're trying to bring a lagging body part up.
And you're only going to know that if you've got a program to follow.
Absolutely.
And both have to go up. The scale weight and the measurements have to go up, but so do you want them to correlate to what's happening in your training program. They both need to increase. And when we've got enough available energy, when we've got all that raw material happening, you want to be maximizing your work capacity now. Build that work capacity in your building season so that you have that work capacity when you're dieting, because you need it.
Absolutely. And on the posing thing, from a psychological...
Posing is so huge. A lot of people stop that. They stop posing. They start posing in the dark, and we get the progress photos. You want to be in that bikini. I put my bikini on my heels. I get the good lighting at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I pose in the same spot, and I really show the muscle. I don't have to stand there.
Yeah, show the muscles, and at the same time, for me, I don't know about you girls, but it allows me to embrace my body and the stage it is now. Because in the cutting phase, like you're suffering, you keep on going, like the cardio sessions are endless. And the only thing kind of that makes you want to keep going is looking at, okay, that new shred, and so posing for that is great. And that's how you kind of learn to embrace the process. Same thing with the building season.
They keep posing, just flexing.
Absolutely. And I finish, I do a double bicep, and I'm like, look at my arms, oh my God, I look so good. And right away, I get that positive feedback. Like what I'm doing, I love it, I'm enjoying my body now, the way it is, even with a little bit more body fat percentage, and it makes we want to minimize it, I get that, but there's still a little add-on, and it keeps me going, and my day is just phenomenal, and I want to eat my next meal and stay structured. It has a really nice ripple effect into my day.
Yeah, and I guess, for all of us, we like winning.
Yeah.
We like to set ourselves up for success, and there are things that you can lace throughout the whole year, whether you're building or cutting, just like, Jay said, and Michelle, staying on top of collecting your data in the gym, collecting your data on yourself, and then the videos, like really embracing and being like, things are changing. This work, what I'm doing, the effort that I'm putting in, is so worth it. And I think that's really important because you have to love yourself all year round, actually.
Yes.
That's how you change your body, not
keep your passion high.
Yeah, I always joke, and I'm like, kiss the shoulders, love you, to send love to my body all the time.
Yeah, one thing that I say, and now I'm almost at my usual top weight. I'm starting to hit 120. So like I said, like 120, 121 has usually been as big as I get. And I'm going to just blast that away, but I never say that I'm fat. You'll never hear me say that. And how I'm programming my mind is that, wow, I'm really wearing this weight well.
Yes.
I'm really wearing this weight well, and I'm excited to see how I'm going to wear 130. And I really put it in my head that I'm going to really wear that 130 really well, because I'm ticking off all my boxes. I'm following a great program. I'm following a great meal plan. I'm minimizing my cardio. I'm really staying consistent. I'm taking the photos, taking the videos, working on my form in the gym. I'm just ticking off the boxes. So
and you're wearing that really well.
Excited for you.
Yeah, and please follow me on Instagram. Well, every month I'll be doing a comparison from the very, very start of my build to where I currently am, and I put my stats on, how many calories I'm eating, if I'm doing cardio or not, my waist, hip, and thigh as well. So you can, and maybe it'll help some of you guys to, how you might attack your build in a positive way and really milk it, really, don't let those months go to waste, Eat all the food, eat it properly, train hard, and build something wonderful in the months that you have.
So then when you start your cutting phase, you're like we said at the beginning, holy smokes, there's not a better feeling of saying, okay, I'm going to unveil to the world the amazing work that I did in my building season. And you should have seen Michelle today. When I showed her that video of her quad, she was like, oh my God. And imagine, guys, it's in the building season. So imagine now, 130, 5 months, then she starts to cut. Her legs will be like that VL. And why? She's excited to make it happen right now in the building season.
And 5 months is almost like a minimum amount of time that you should spend. Like 5 months, she's got to hustle. She's got 5 months. That's her timeline. It goes by fast. And as a pro athlete like Michelle, we're lucky. If we can put 1, 2, maybe 3 kilos. I don't know about that. If I put on a kilo of muscle in a year, I'm jumping for joy. Newbies get a different. They get to put on 4 kilos of muscle in 6 months or something ridiculous. But so Michelle really has to hustle, and the enthusiasm she has now, she wants to keep that up. As the weight goes up, and I'm so excited to see your 130.
The next time
we're gonna be standing side by side,
the next time I see you, we're almost gonna be the same weight. Hattie's 5'4".
I'm thick.
She's an icon, right? We all want Hattie's legs. So it's going to be fun to see that in April in LA. We'll definitely do do some photos for you guys, some videos, so you can see. You'll see what I look like at 130. Well, you've already seen me in April. We'll have to do YouTube in April.
Yes.
I'll be 230. 217 now.
Yeah. I think. Is there anything else? What about? Do you have anything to say about troubleshooting?
Do you know what? I think.
Grab it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.